Hello, my name is Desi, and I chose the death penalty as the topic for my research paper because it is one of the most controversial, emotionally charged issues in the criminal justice system. The debate surrounding the capital punishment touches on deep questions of morality, justice, and human rights, making it a compelling subject for analysts. I was particularly interested in exploring how different the countries approach the death penalty, the argument for and against it used, and the impact it has on society, victims, families, and those accused. The death penalty has always stirred up strong emotions, and one of those issues that sit right in the center of law, ethics, and politics. For a long time, people saw it necessary for it to be in the justice, a part of the justice system, something that kept crime in check and gave victims a sense of closure. But as time went on, more people started to question whether it really belonged in a modern justice system, showing how scholars now rely more on facts, data, and constitutional arguments than on moral philosophy alone to determine the how. The death penalty of execution will be determined. They will proceed on the measures of and how to follow up on that information. More countries and communities rethink their stance. The future of the death penalty will likely depend on the facts, the fairness, and constitutional values rather than ideology alone. So Chad Flanders believed that allowing the state to take life was fundamentally wrong and went against value of the civilized society. So Flanders argued that many anti-death penalty positions are not morally, logically sound as they claim to be. Meanwhile, Michael Rowlett and Tracy Borg had noticed a shift in the public procedure. Instead of focusing solely on ethics, people are now more concerned with issues like wrongfully convictions and racial bias, how inconsistently the death penalty is applied. Legal experts like Jack George, and Allen argue that the death penalty clashes with constitutional protection, and especially it goes against the Eighth Amendment, which banned crucial and unusual punishment. With that being said, they all have come to an understanding and is still looking at how to process the applying of the death penalty. They are confirming at the moment that they will proceed they will proceed on the measure of how to follow up on the information as more countries and communities rethink their stance. The future of the death penalty will likely depend on the facts, fairness, constitutional values rather than the ideology alone. Thank you. And that was the research on behalf of the death penalty.